Hey everybody, so today I'm just going to be showing you guys a quick tutorial on how to back up and to see your individual files and pictures on your Photos library. This will work with Mac OS Big Sur. It'll also work on some of the older ones that do have the Photos app. There's also an old legacy one that does have iPhoto. This method is pretty much the same thing. It's just the folder name is a little bit different when you do retrieve it. But this is a good way, especially if there's any corruption with your Photos library, or if there's any corruption with actual iPhoto library itself. Whenever you do open up your actual Photos app, it comes more as an app and an application, and it's just one file that you see there. You don't see any type of individual folders or files there. So there's one way to really do it, to really get around the library. Everything's located inside the library, so you just want to get into that, and we can show you how to back that up. So whenever you open Photos, you'll see you do have a bunch of pictures there, and you might see that, oh, hey, look, there's the photos that I actually want to back up. Sometimes if there's a corruption in the library, you're not able to open up your library, or it says your library may be corrupted or anything like that. But then you're wondering, well, how am I going to back up my folders and my pictures just because there's a problem with the actual app itself? Well, the good way to do it is you want to make sure that you go to the home page here. You can hit at the little finder menu at the top. You want to hit go, and you want to go home. And this is going to bring up a lot of great things. Don't make sure you definitely don't delete anything here, but you can make any type of backups or copies. This is a great way to individualize everything that you do have. It's very well organized. You can back this up. You can move it to an external hard drive. You can put it on a USB. So it's a very, very good way of just looking at everything, keeping it organized. Especially for manual backups, this is a great way to do that as well. So you can just drag and drop your folders into maybe a USB from here. But we're not really doing that. We're mainly focusing on getting the pictures off. So what you want to do is you want to go to the pictures folder. And when you go to pictures folder, you'll notice that you actually don't see any pictures there. You just see there's one, usually one file that just says iPhoto library or Photos library, or just a library file. And if you right click it, you'll hit get info. You'll see that there's a big size depending on how many pictures you have. But so you're just wondering, like, where are my actual photos? Why can't I see my individual files and photos? So for this, what you want to do, you'll see the pictures, and we actually do want to go into the actual library of the photos there. So you want to right click the Photos library. You want to put show package contents. Now you'll see a bunch of folders here. Don't mess with any of the folders, obviously. You just want to focus on the ones that we do have here. If you have photos, you're going to be going to originals, and you can open up originals, and this will be where your main individual folders are. If you have an older one, like if you have iPhoto, you might see something called masters, and it'll be the same type of sequence. You just go through the masters, or you might see masters legacy. That just has all the older stuff. That's just a folder name for the older one if you have anything older than that. Most of the things would be converted, especially if you have photos, or if you have any recent OS, it should be already converted to the main library and photos. So you'll see the one, this one, what you want to do is you want to hit originals. Sometimes you might see dates or years. Other times you might see this 00, 11, or other times you might see A, B, C, or anything like that. It's always hard to really say. I have seen a bunch of them before. I'm not too sure which ones do go in here. But this one, you can actually see that it does say 00. And then when we open it, we have a few files there. But there's your individual files that you have, and that's a good way to find exactly where your photos are. So if you do click that, you can drag those and maybe make a folder on your desktop. You can make a copy of it. Or you can also put on a USB or anything to back it up that way. This is a really good way to at least do that and to make a backup or anything else. Now, if you have an older one, if you have anything called like if you have an older one like iPhoto, you might see something that will say masters or anything like that. And it's the same process. Sometimes they're labeled by year, and it'll be a little bit easier to find it that way. Now, unless you have every picture individualized and named, and if you put all the metadata in each one, it's going to be very hard to find an individual file or folder. This is a really good way if you do have a library and you're having a problem with the library to back up your files and maybe view it on maybe a Windows or another type of operating system. You can actually get the JPEG files, and you won't just be stuck with the application that is stuck into Photos. That's mainly what this is for, mainly to make a backup of it. Sometimes even if you're making a backup, you might have an error just dragging that little icon over just to make a backup of your whole entire photos, but this is the best way to really make a backup of it so you can at least have your folders that have individual files in them. Anyways guys, really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video on how to back up your photos and where exactly that library is so you can find your individual folders and make a backup of that. It's another way, it's a better way to make a manual backup always instead of just automatic backups. If you have a time machine, you can go through the same way and it'll be the same type of process, and it's just a good way to do it. So hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please leave a like if you found this video informative, subscribe for more content. Check out our store, and we also do have all of our contact information linked in the description below, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Bye.